Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another Billboard Hot 100. A look back 50 years ago. For the week ending June 24th, 1972. This is 2022. We're going to look at all the songs here. We're going to start where we always start here at number 100. We're going to see what new songs there are. What songs are moving on up. Let's take a look here. Starting out here, we see the dash means it's brand new for the week. I'm not going to name every song and every artist. You can see that in the photo. I'll call out different ones as I feel like saying it. All right, then, let's get started. Here we go. They're at number 99. I Am Woman by Helen Reddy. I Am Woman. Hear Me Roar. That was a very big hit. Very memorable for that time, the early 70s, with women's lib movement, very much in the consciousness and in the media, TV shows and so forth. There's Dawn featuring Tony Orlando. Later on, it would be Tony Orlando and Dawn, and then have a TV show. And then like this, 97, and this last week was 93. So some songs just barely get on the chart, and then they fade away. Others start zooming on up. There's My Guy by Petula Clark. I don't know if that's a reissue of the original one or if it's another one. There's Tommy James, Daniel Boone, number 4 weeks on the chart, and just moved up to number 90. But I believe that's going to be a hit for that artist. It's Jackie DeShannon, Smokey Robinson. I always like that name, New Riders of the Purple Sage. Boy, that takes a lot of letters to make that, like on a marquee. Let's move along there. Barbara Streisand, very much a movie star at this point. Lots of comedies and musicals. There's Motorcycle Mama by Sailcat. That's going to get higher in the charts. There's Guess Who? Johnny Cash. Oh, and there's the Hollies, one of my favorite groups there. Starting the week at first week on the charts. Zooming in at number 75. These stars mean fast movers on the charts. This is going to be their biggest hit. And spoiler for coming weeks, this is going to get up to, I believe, all the way to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 on the competing chart. The Cash Box that got to number 1, it'll be a million seller. And this was recorded with Alan Clark, their main lead singer. But at this point in time, they had a little bit of a rift, and he was solo. So when they had to promote this song, when it was a big hit in America, they had a Swedish singer from the group Bamboo, which folks outside of Sweden probably haven't heard of. And they had to try to cover their own song. And they had Terry Sylvester sing the lead vocals. That's the second vocalist in the group who had replaced Graham Nash. And so an interesting situation in 72 when they had to perform that song live. Didn't sound quite the same. We'll see that song as we go along in the coming weeks. James Brown always has something on the charts here. Gordon Lightfoot, very much in his element in the 70s as a singer-songwriter. There's Neil Young. Old Man was 50 and now 68. I remember that being a bigger hit than it got to be, but there it is. And moving over to the middle of the chart, there's Hold Your Head Up, getting a star, jumping from 82 to 66 in its second week. That's Rod Argent. They're spelling his name correctly this time. Last week they misspelled it there. Of course, and that's Chris White, also a member of the group The Zombies that they came from in England in the 1970s. So very cool. That's a interesting song if you haven't heard that. Very heavily organ-based. Stephen Stills, The Grassroots, moving from 81 to 60 with The Runway. And I'm not sure if that's correct or not. It could be The Runaway, but I think it's probably The Runway. There's Gilbert O'Sullivan, second week from 88 to 59. That's going to be a huge hit for him. Alone Again, naturally. There's Wings. The McCartneys. Sealed with a Kiss. Bobby Vinton. Very much variety on here. There's Powder Blue, Mercedes Queen. 6 weeks by the Raiders. That's Paul Revere and the Raiders. Went from 58 to 55, so it's slowing down. It's not going to be a big hit for them. There's Humble Pie. Donna Fargo, The Happiest Girl in the Whole USA. So they had, this is the main chart. And they also had, of course, the country chart and the soul chart and adult contemporary. So there was a very large mix on here. Very interesting. There's Nielsen with Coconut. Put the lime in the coconut. Little Jimmy Osmond, Supremes. And as I've said before, that's the Supremes after Diana Ross. Harry Chapin, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. It started at 68 last week, and it's already up to 45. It's going to be a big hit for them. On the second week, Stylistics, Joe Tex, Creedence Clearwater. And so that was the high water mark, 25 for them, dropped down to 41. So they didn't have a big hit by 1972. There was dissension in the group, and the hits were going to end. John Fogerty would be a solo artist soon. There's School's Out, 4 weeks on the chart by Alex Cooper. Booty Blues, Stevie Wonder, Day by Day, that's the big song for this time. There's Graham Nash and David Crosby teamed together. 36, 36. So it's kind of stopped there in the charts after 8 weeks. There's Take It Easy by the Eagles. It's a big hit for them. 4 weeks. There's Conquistador by Procol Harum. Roberta Flack, moving up, Where Is the Love? She probably still has her other song, big hit for the year on here as we go along. Let's move it this way. What are we going to see? Aretha Franklin. How Do You Do? 9 weeks. Moving up from 34 to 29 by Mouth and McNeil. Kind of a fun song. There's Donny Osmond with Too Young. Right next to Michael Jackson. They were pretty much the same age. And each one had their solo careers and their group careers. So it was neat. And they also both had, by Filmation, I think, Saturday morning cartoons for their groups. The Osmonds and the Jackson 5. There's David Cassidy from still on Partridge Family. How Can I Be Sure? Carpenters, a great singing group. Great female vocalist there. Tumbling Dice coming down from 14 to 24. Derek and the Dominoes. Layla. That's Eric Clapton. Cher. Bread. So 15 is as high as that got. Bread had a lot of hits in the early 70s. More of what you called soft rock sound. Roberta Flack, there it is, after 17 weeks, dropping from 11 to 18. It spent so many weeks at number 1. The first time I ever saw your face from the Clint Eastwood directed, starring movie, Play Misty for Me. Morning is Broken by Cat Stevens. Don Rundgren, there we go. 12 weeks, 16-16. So that song is leveled out there. Wayne Newton, still moving up with Daddy Don't You Walk So Fast. That's Rocket Man moving up. I mentioned that before, I think. If you've never seen William Shatner do Rocket Man or hear it, check that out. You can find that video. Very cool. I Need You by the group America. Moving up. They're the second big hit. There's Amazing Grace. Sylvia's Mother by Dr. Hook. 13 weeks. From moving down a little bit from 9 to 11. Hanging in there, excuse me. Too Late to Turn Back Now. So Girl by the Chi-Lites. That dot or little circle there next to the name means it's a million seller. Dropping from 4 to 9. Fifth Dimension, number 8 and 8. Lean on Me by Bill Withers. Troglodyte. I'll Take You There from number 2 down to 5 after 12 weeks. Nice to Be With You by Gallery. This was a slow burn. I've been talking about this for a long time. You notice the songs don't usually stay that many weeks on the chart, no matter how big they are. But this is still moving up from 5 to 4 by the group Gallery. Very much a 72 sounding song. Outer Space by Billy Preston. Song Sung Blue by Neil Diamond, moving up from 8 weeks on the chart. And at number 1 for another week, last week's number 1, Candyman by Sammy Davis Jr., 16 weeks on the chart. This was a bit of a slow mover also originally. Very cool for Sammy to get a number 1 song this time period, 1972. Lots of cool sounds from 1972. Till next time, more Hot 100. Thanks for watching.